New York, man. Tuning in to Savage Productions.
Let's go.
It begun with plans of a happily ever after, unbreakable love and laughter. Now she's trying to close this chapter. There's some things I gotta ask.
What up? Your boy Savage, aka Sav Cisneros. You tuning in to Sev Lokes Hotels 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Before I start this video, I'm not promoting gang life, gang culture. I'm just telling the testimony, giving life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to this video. And in this video, it comes from the comment section. The homie Tuck Your Rag. He wanted to know if I ever had any bad interactions with the G's, the GKI fools. He said pretty much he knows that I've talked about how, you know, we had a pretty good relationship with the G's. But did I ever have any run in with them fools, and it turned into bad situations? So to be honest, check it out. The G's were like extended brothers to me, right? Because when I was young, my uncles are old school G's, OGs, old school, and they got a lot of respect with the G, D-Mac and Johnny, Jeff, relatives. So it was always love. I'd always said this, and I always played with this. I said, if I was from the West Side and I grew up with them fools, I probably would have been a G. But I'm not. I'm from the East Side, you know, and that would have been out the norm. But it was crazy, bro, because I ran into certain G's that try to actually say, hey, homie, you should be a G from the E. I said, nah, homie, I wouldn't even know how to be a G. I'll bring crib politics into the G's. And they were like, yeah, I feel you. But I'm going to say it like this. So my generation, the G's I knew, they always show love. And they had some of the same enemies, and like I said before, because of who they beef with, because of the OGCs, we kind of, you know, the certain circle, we kind of were like this, definitely. So there was never no situations with the G's, but I did have one situation, and it was a personal situation, not with the G's. He just was a G at this time. So I'm going to Jefferson High School. My mom moves over there, right? And that school, like I said, it's like on 20th and Pierce. It has a lot of West Side presence, West Side Chicano Bloods. You got other West Side hoods over there. And then there was like a handful of G's, and I don't know if they were like official G's, but then you had their associates that they had the demeanor of the G. They always talk like, what up, guy? What up, G? You know, so I already knew they were going to eventually probably become G's. Now, there was this one individual, his name was Javier. And he wasn't a G at this time, but he had that demeanor, bro. He was straight West Side. And me and him honestly didn't click because, you know, I always had to make a presence where I was from, even if he didn't like it. So we kind of just didn't click, and we would steer in different directions, you know, because it was annoying how that fool would act. And he probably thought I was annoying too. So I get kicked out of Jefferson, and I got to go to a school. It's called the Denver Street School. All the way from, my mom lived in Lakewood, and then I had to go all the way from Lakewood and go all the way to East Colfax to go to Denver Street School. And it was a school for Spallies. The baddest kids went there, and it was a lot of East Side presence there. You had a lot of Crips, you had some Odies over there. Not too much of the West, but there was 2 West Side fools from West Denver that went there. And one of the fools, I actually got the heads up with him. And after I got the heads up with him at the school, me and that fool actually became hella cool. You know, we became like this, smoke weed together. You know, he was a pothead, and I would just chill and chop it up about different things. Well, one day he's like, "Hey, homie, come to the 16th Street Mall. I gotta go pick up some shit from the 16th Street Mall." I said, "All right." And it was like lunchtime, so we dipped to the 16th Street Mall because it was like a fast trip there and back. We go to that McDonald's on the 16th Street Mall, and sure enough, pretty much, who does he go meet? It's that fool Javier. And at this time, Javier's extra with it. You know, I walk in there and I recognize off top, and I'm like, his aura. And I said, "Hey, homie, this, you know," and I wasn't trying to disrespect the homie Nick. So I said, "Hey, I'll wait for you outside." So when we end up leaving, I was like, "Is that fool's name Javier?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I think he said his hood name was Wolf or G Nice or something like that. And I said, "Yeah, I know that fool from Jefferson High School." He's like, "It's crazy," because he was asking who you were. And I said, "Yeah, me and that fool, you know, we didn't really have problems, but we didn't see eye to eye in Jefferson for sure." I was like, and he's like, "All right." So anyways, forward to the future after that. We're selling CDs for a couple hours with my older cousins. They're heading out to the Springs. I don't want to go to the Springs. So I tell my cousin Bible, like, "I'll hit you guys up tomorrow. I got some females that are about to come swoop." We're on Ogden and Colfax by the Ogden Theater, the Independence. So he goes to the Independent, and I call the homegirl to come swoop. I said, "Where you guys at?" They're like, "We're over here by the 16th Street Mall. We're about to go to the clubs." I said, "Come pick me up. If I could ride with you for a minute, and then, you know, later on after the club, you know, we can go party or whatever." So they come pick me up. It's homegirl, and then she has her 2 cousins in the back. I hop in the passenger seat, and I said, "How long you guys gonna be in the club?" They're like, "We're about to go to the club for a little bit, and then we'll meet up with you in a minute." I said, "Where you guys going?" To 16th Street Mall. I said, "You could drop me off at the 16th Street Mall." So pretty much we go to the 16th Street Mall. They go off to the club. I got a stack of CDs, so my main thing, I'm gonna go sell CDs. I didn't want to go to the club, you know. So I'm walking down the 16th Street Mall, and off in the distance coming my way, I see 3 individuals, and one of the individuals is just, you could tell he might be buzzed, or he's just too gang banged out. And then I realized who it is, and I already know it might be some bad atmosphere off top, because me and that fool never actually clicked. We never liked each other's aura. And pretty much I walk up, and when I walk up and I get close enough, I said, "Hey, homie, show some love on my CD." And he's like, "What?" And he recognizes who I am, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't mess with the cheese side." And as soon as he said that, I said, "What?" And I squared up with this fool. So we're squared up on the 16th Street Mall, and we're squared up, and he's in hands reach, and I just stowed on him. Boom, boom, boom. I drop him into the wall, and when I drop him into the wall, I'm mixing this fool on the wall, and then I just remember out of nowhere, I just get hit in the mouth, homie. His homie just hooks me. Boom. My mouth right away just starts gushing, and I got a scar in my lip right here. See this? This right here, it ripped. That ripped. There was a chunk hanging out, and I was leaking blood out of my mouth. So it dazed me, and I backed up, and that fool's leaking too, and it pisses me off more now. People are starting to come out of the restaurants and stuff, and when I see my blood coming out of my mouth, he's like, no more, G, no more, G. And it pissed me off that I have blood, so I rushed that fool again. Boom, 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 boom. I start mixing them again. And then all of a sudden, the other dude that's off in the distance that was with that fool, he's like, "Nah, we got the heat." And he cocks something. He has it on the waist, and he cocks it, and that kind of like caught me off guard because this fool just cocked the heat. There's 3 of these fools, and he cocked the heat. So when he cocks the heat and everybody's watching, now people are like, they tell them fools to run. Them fools take off because he must have had a heat on him. Everybody's like, damn, you a rider, you a rider. It pisses me off, bro. I got a lot of blood coming out. My shirt's covered in blood, and I got a big old chunk out my mouth, bro. And it pissed me off to the point I try to run after them dudes, but them dudes got ghost because they wanted to get out the vicinity because they probably had the strap on them. I could not find these dudes. Yeah, so that was probably the only situation I ever had with a GKI. And later down the road, I heard that fool actually got killed, homie. So, you know, but it was already destined for that fool to become a G. And, you know, the way he carried himself, I wouldn't be surprised if that fool actually got killed, homie. But Mohai, salute. Thank you to the homie. Tuck your rag. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? That was a good story for you. You know what it is. I'm going to get at you to the next one.